Hari Om. To continue with 270, the verse Apuyamanamatala samudramapa pravishanti yadvat tadvat kamam yam pravishanti sarve sashantimapnoti na kama kami. So we have been seeing this for quite some time, and I think it is quite clear why Krishna took this analogy of ocean and what is the state of mind of a realized man in comparison to the ocean, and it has thrown clear light upon a Jivan Mukta state. To continue with, ravaging everything that comes in the way of a Jnani, and their habitations with the frightening roar of desires, the violently sweeping currents of passion, whatever it is. As we have seen, the reason to take this emotional, what you call adjectives, is that as we have seen, all rivers have their own nature, violent, turbulent, gentle, smooth, gushing. Doesn't have different natures, but once they enter the ocean, with whatever force or whatever it is, they become one with the ocean. They lose their identity and they become ocean, and they become so expansive as the ocean is. Similarly, here, whatever the force and the current and the nature of the emotions of the world of objects or the stimuli that comes into the mind of the jnani, once it touches the jnani, they become calm. They lose their identity. Not even an inch we find a difference, either in an ocean nor here. That is the pleasures of the sage who has attained the knowledge of the reality, which have merged in one's own self. None of this can either impress a jnani, neither wail nor woe. All the actions of a worshipper are non-good and non-evil. We should be very clear. The good and the evil are propelled by a three-letter multi-headed dragon called ego. EGO. And The Jnani has lost that identity. All his actions transcend the good and the evil, because the mind is always conscious of God, restrained and dissolved, and bear only the mark of divine excellence. Such being the case, how can any other impressions be made of such a mind? Think. And we are left with two verses of completion for this. Now, you might understand that in this one verse, Krishna has answered Arjuna's query. Millions of queries got answered. As you remember, Arjuna was very, very curious to learn the mark of a man who knows the divine reality. And he wanted to know how a Jnani speaks, how a Sthitaprajna sits, how a Jivan Mukta walks with a single word, ocean. The omniscient Krishna answers all those questions. The mark of a sage is that he is like an ocean. Finish. Full stop. Like an ocean. He is not bound by rules. There's nothing to say that he has to sit like this, he has to talk like this, he has to wear this, he has to walk like nothing. Jivan Mukta can be in any, because it is the inner core, the inner essence, nothing to do with the externalities. It is only people like him who achieve the ultimate peace. Like him in a sense, like an ocean, like a Sthitaprajna, like a Jivan Mukta, who attain the ultimate peace. Yeah, temporary peace, yes, we get in pieces. True, but ultimate. For them who have self-control. Again, here, don't say then they have self-control. Is it not a condition? Yes. Self-control is one who have the senses under control. The ocean has all the rivers in its control. As different oceans enter the ocean doesn't take different standpoints and dance to their tunes. So it is very clear that a man of self-control gains peace, and who yearns for pleasure can have no peace. It continues. Thanks for being with Krishnam Vande Jagat Guru.